Hello TikTokers, it's Black Bright News on YouTube, and I wanted to talk about today why narcissists will be attracted to Christians or target Christians. Now I think it's because the notion of a Christian is that they're kind, they're loving, they're forgiving, they're accepting, they're generous, they'll go the extra mile. So it's the perfect environment for a narcissist. A narcissist with all his feelings of self-entitlement and, wanting to get his needs back. Where better place can he get his needs back, his needs met, but in the arms of a Christian person? And so, a lot of Christians, they seem to think, this person was sent to me, God sent him to me, and therefore I have to do this and I do that. And, a lot of them, even if they're suffering in that relationship, they believe somehow God has ordained it and therefore they must put up with it. And they suffer a miserable life for years. That's not God's plan for you. Just because somebody turns up at your doorstep or in your space and is in a Christian environment like a church, because these narcissists, they go into churches, they go onto Christian websites, they seek out Christians who are doing well and they target them. And they know how to, because they put their best face forward, and once they're in there, you've had it. And with your Christian little self, and you're more likely to want to get married, and they know that once they get married, they don't even have to pretend anymore. So that is what they want. So they put up a little facade, and then under the guise of that they are Christian too, and you don't want to fornicate, they rush into the marriage, and the next thing you know, you're lumbered. You can't get out. You're stuck. That was not God's plan. Not everybody that comes into your space and mentions the word of God is a Christian. And remember, God said, not everyone who calls my name will see me. So you have to be very wary of deceivers. There are a lot of them out there. So let me just put on my look at my little notes. But most importantly, Christians are not doormats. They're not people that you step on and step over. That is not the role of a Christian person, and you should not allow that to happen as a Christian. As a Christian, you hold your own, you're independent, you're strong, you're self-sufficient, and you set your boundaries. Nobody's supposed to overstep those boundaries, regardless of your faith. Okay? And whether you might not even be a Christian, but you might just be good-hearted. You might be a vulnerable person. You might be somebody who's had a rough time, and who, when the narcissist approach you, you're so grateful for the attention, because they can give you that attention that you need. They can give you the love that you need, especially in the beginning. They know what to do to get you on side. So whether you're a Christian or whether you're just somebody who's vulnerable and who's had a horrible life, you've had adverse child experiences, and things have happened to you that have made you not so strong and have kind of thwarted your judgment. So you end up in the hands of a narcissist. So what I'm saying is that people like that, the narcissist has it made. I'm just going to say it plainly. So Christians tend to be more tolerant, forgiving and loving. The Christian home is the narcissist playground. They will take advantage, and they'll use the word of God as their defense. That's another thing. When you're a Christian, it's almost like they expect you to be perfect, and they don't expect you to challenge them when they go off course. And if you do challenge them, or if you get angry, or if you get upset, or if you don't want to deal with it anymore, they'll throw the word of God in your face, and they'll say, "Oh, you reckon you're a Christian? Christians wouldn't behave like that. You're a hypocrite." And they start putting you down, and in the end you start questioning yourself, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, as a Christian I should really be more loving, I should really be more tolerant, and you put up with their crap. That is not the role of a Christian. Your role is not to put up with domestic abuse. And domestic abuse isn't just physical. It's emotional, it's psychological, it's financial, and it's physical. So if you can be a victim of any of those forms of domestic abuse under the when you're in a relationship with a narcissist. So it doesn't mean that just because you're a Christian you have to put up with that kind of behaviour. You don't. You stand your ground, you set your boundaries, and you make sure you demand respect. You don't give them what they don't deserve. And we all want to be in a loving relationship. We all want to be loved, and nobody deserves to be more loved than anyone else. So just because you're a Christian, it doesn't mean that you're a doormat. That's all I'm saying. Don't allow anybody to walk over you. And remember that because you're a Christian, you could be targeted. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought that your good nature, your kind nature, could be used against you? Because that's what happens when you get involved with a narcissist. Your kind your kind nature is used against you, and you end up feeling like an idiot. You're not an idiot, it's just your nature, but you end up feeling like one because you've got taken in. What was I going to say? The nature of a narcissist is that they're entitled, they're ungrateful, they tend to be demanding, emotionally in particular, very needy, very manipulative, very spiteful. And this is only after the honeymoon is over. When they've got you on side, that's when you see these traits. Before that, they're as nice as pie. And the nature of a Christian: empathy, tolerance, acceptance, loving, gratitude, and they look for the good in others. So that's another thing, when you've got a Christian mindset, you look for the good in another person. So I think I'm going to leave it there, and let me have your feedback.